Jesselyn, I know you had some recent drama coming through Heathrow, and there's been tweets about it and articles, so I think we might as well address that right away. What happened? You had an interesting time coming from the States into Heathrow. Can you tell us what happened? I know you were there as well, and what went down.
I mean, for me, it was just much more extended questioning than I'm used to from customs, and it definitely was about territory that's different than what's your name, who are you visiting, how long are you going to be here, for how many days. It was more about, who are you here to see? And I said friends, and then from there, who are they? I said the Sam Adams Associates, who are giving an award to Bradley Manning tomorrow. And then he asked for names. So I rattled off a few names that were somewhat innocuous, or people who are public figures already. And then he wanted to know why I'd been to Russia so many times recently.
Because that was in your passport stamped.
Yes,
Okay.
I had Russian visas in my passport. And I said I had a client there. And he said, who? And I said, Edward Snowden. And he said, who is Edward Snowden? And I said, a whistleblower and an asylee, because legally that is correct under both those definitions. And then he asked if I represented Bradley Manning, and I said no. And he asked who Bradley Manning was. Again, these seemed absurd questions to be asking, who are some of the most recognizable people on the planet? But at the same time, it was also starting to intrude into attorney-client privileged information, such as who I represent. Some of people are public. It's public that I represent Tom. It's public with Snowden. It's not public with the majority of my other clients. So it was intruding into that territory, and in a kind of a hostile and intimidating manner. Like when I said, he said, who is Bradley Manning? I said, a whistleblower. And he said, where is Bradley Manning? And I said, in jail. And then he said, he's a criminal. In other words, I felt like he was kind of questioning my judgment or my answers, and that's not part of, it has nothing to do with immigration or whether or not I'm a threat to the UK. I don't know why they're questioning me about work-related, client-related stuff. I am a whistleblower attorney, so I both defend whistleblowers and bring causes of action on their behalf. So I'm not sure why I'm getting grilled about my regular job. I don't think lawyers or journalists should undergo extra security at any border.
Do you think it was an attempted intimidation? Because it seems like a really poor media move for them to do something like this in such a way, because it just makes them look really stupid.
It worked. I mean, I walked away shaking and feeling very intimidated, and I was definitely upset. I was literally shaking after that, because I felt guilty. I felt like, oh my God, what have I done? Or why am I getting grilled about this and getting the disapproval of, oh, you represent, heaven forbid I represent a criminal. I mean, there are so many criminal defense attorneys, but I don't represent criminals. I represent whistleblowers. And I definitely, to the extent he wanted it to be intimidating, it was.